Chapter 9. Jump. Why, you big, big bully, Jolly, Vinegar cried. You mean, vile, and vicious, Dimple began. Never mind that, Dimple, Ellie interrupted. What are we going to do now? Ellie looked up at the sky. The sun was very low. Ellie could see Grandma sitting by her open window, just staring at her dinner. Another ladder, Dimple said. We don't need to use the door. We can make another ladder of mice going up the wall to your grandma. Come on, everyone. We don't have a moment to lose. You'll never get it in time, Jolly said, and crossed her arms. The mice ignored Jolly and clambered to make a ladder up the wall towards Grandma's window. Ellie watched, feeling worried. A row of mice stood under Grandma's window. Then more mice got on top of them. Then more mice got on top of them. The pyramid of mice grew quickly. Come on, faster, Dimple shouted. The pyramid was halfway up the wall. The sun was getting lower. Ellie chewed her lip. What would happen? Quick, Ellie, start climbing, Dimple called out. Ellie bounded up the pyramid, climbing higher and higher. She had to be careful not to hurt the mice she was stepping on. Jolly walked out into the garden to see what was happening. Friends, quick, I need your help, Jolly called. Ellie is almost at her grandma's window. The mice climbed faster to build the pyramid higher. Ellie was a meter away from her grandma's open window. Get them, Jolly hissed. She tore at the ground. Get them, Jolly hissed. She tore at the pyramid of mice with her hands. The pyramid began to sway, then to rock as Jolly pulled mice away from it. Ellie looked up at her grandma's window. She was so near and yet so far. Jump, Ellie, jump, Dimple shouted. I can't jump that far, Ellie called back. Ellie, dear, you can do it. Jump, Vinegar shouted. The pyramid is about to fall. Ellie sat back and leaped at the window with her paws outstretched. She sailed through the air. She wasn't going to make it. She grabbed for the windowsill, stretching out further than she thought she could. She made it. Ellie used her back legs to push against the wall and jumped right into Grandma's lap. Ellie spat out the ring just as Grandma put down her dessert spoon. My wedding ring, Grandma said. Oh, well done, Ellie, well done. I was hoping you'd find it, not because I wanted it back, but because I wanted you back. Mind you, you cut it rather fine, dear. Another 5 seconds, and you would have been a cat forever. Will you chain me back now? Ellie asked. Of course I will, Grandma said. Jump down off my lap. As soon as your feet touch the carpet, you'll be a girl again. Ellie jumped down. There was a flash of light, and her body stretched and grew, and she was a girl again, but she had no time to enjoy it. Immediately she ran to the window. Grandma, please do something, Ellie said. Jolly is hurting my friends. They helped me find your ring, and now Jolly is mad at them because she wanted to stay a girl. Grandma frowned as she got up and went to the window. The garden was full of cats chasing mice and spiders. Right in the middle of them was Jolly the cat, back in her proper body again. Jolly, what do you think you are doing? Grandma called out. All the cats froze, but only the cats. The mice and the spiders dashed as far away from the cats as they could get. Jolly looked up at Grandma and yelped, meow, meow. Ellie listened hard, but she couldn't understand what Jolly was saying anymore. Don't lie to me, madam, Grandma said to Jolly. I see I have been fooled by you. You are not the cat I thought you were, Jolly. Meow, 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 Jolly replied. I don't believe you, Grandma said. Now, if you want to be welcomed back into this house, you will leave Ellie's friends alone. If you or your friends have hurt even one of them, then you can look for a new place to live. Meow, meow, Jolly cried. Ellie wished she could still understand what Jolly was saying. Ellie watched as Jolly's friend slunk off, climbing up the garden fence and running away. "I've never seen such bad behavior," Grandma muttered. "I shall have to keep a very close eye on that cat in future." Jolly kept her head bent as she walked past the crowds of mice and spiders and into the house. Then the mice and the spiders crowded below the window, filling the air with squeaks and scuttling sounds. "Your friends are saying congratulations to you," Grandma told Ellie. "I can't understand them any more," Ellie said sadly. "Of course you can," Grandma replied. "Just listen with your heart, not your ears." Ellie looked out the window at her friend. She saw Dimple, and next to him was Vinegar. "Thank you all," Ellie said, but with tears of happiness in her eyes. "You were my first friends, and I'll never forget you. If Jolly ever tries to bully any of you, you must let me or my grandma know." Ellie listened with her heart. "Bye, Ellie," she heard Dimple shout. "Bye, Ellie," she heard Dimple shout. "Goodbye, Ellie dear," Vinegar said, "and good luck." And then the mice and the spiders scurried off across the garden in all the directions until it was empty. Ellie turned to her grandma. "Grandma, I'm sorry I was so rude to you," Ellie said. "And I'm sorry I lost my temper," Grandma said. "Do you forgive me?" Ellie nodded. "Now, then, I have some news for you," Grandma said. "Your dad went for an interview for a new job 2 weeks ago. Today he found out that he got it. He wanted to tell him yourself, but you wouldn't give him a chance." "What's his new job?" Ellie asked. She felt hope suddenly inside her. Like a light being switched on, Ellie crossed her fingers hard, and the hardest she had ever done in her life. "He's going to be the manager in charge of selling and fixing computers in this area," Grandma explained. "So when he gets back, you and your dad are both going to live with me. We're all going to share this house, but only if you want to." "Oh, Grandma!" Ellie threw her arms around Grandma's neck. "And that means you'll be able to go to local school as well," Grandma said. "You'll be able to make some real friends and lasting friends. There will be no more traveling, no more trips abroad apart from holidays." Ellie couldn't believe it. "Oh, Grandma, I'd love that more than anything," Ellie said with a grin, and Ellie and her grandma hugged each other tight. Ellie couldn't stop smiling. She had friends now. Everything was going to be wonderful. The end. I hope you enjoyed this chapter book, Ellie and the Cat. Until next time, look out for more chapter books coming soon your way. See you soon. Bye now.